Hey guys, I'm Kevin with a K.
I'm Premonition.
We are Fifth Floor, and we are here to talk to you guys about the generational shift in beatboxing and the American battle scene. I do want to specify that this is talking about the American battle scene, and we're not necessarily catering to the performing scene or the international scene.
However, if you do find some crazy shit in your region or in other international regions, we'd love to hear that in the comments below.
Yes, please put that in the comments below. Love to hit on that. So first thing we should talk about, I think, is the misconceptions in the scene. Something that I hear a lot recently has been for the new school generation of beatboxers. I think we can call them the new school generation of beatboxers. I hear from other people, everybody's just doing lip rolls and inward bass, and I don't know, what have you been hearing,
Everyone's doing the same patterns, everyone's doing the same fills, everyone's just doing the same beats, everyone is the same.
Mm-hmm. I think it's really easy to dispel the second part of that, because from the top level of beatboxers, even everybody, at the American champs, it seemed like they may have been doing similar sounds, but they were all relatively unique in their style.
Actually, we didn't even hear that much inward bass throughout the entire 107 eliminations that we saw. There was lip rolls, but it wasn't anyone. No one was going kind of
right,
thing,
right.
Everyone was just doing their own things with it, using it like you would use throat bass or lip bass or something.
Right, just as a bass accent.
Yeah.
But the first part of that, I have been seeing more people using lip rolls and inward bass, but not in those heavy centric ways like you mentioned. But why do you think it is that more people are using those sounds like lip rolls and inward bass as their fillers as opposed to things like throat bass?
To answer that, we'll have to go back in time to American Beatbox Championships 2014.
This is where we started to see this generational shift happen.
Yeah. And we're going to be looking at the top 16, and we're going to show you how it's changing over the years down.
So we noticed that people started to have to be clean until 2014 American champs to do well. The people that weren't clean got dropped off pretty quickly. Mm-hmm. The people that were clean were the ones that were more successful. And this is where we started to see the shift towards power. Power got brought upon a lot by Napalm and Kenny in the scene, especially starting in 2014.
Yeah, there was a great draw towards power, which we saw with the introduction of Napalm, who brought in lip rolls and these heavy beats, and Kenny with his putting everything into his beats.
Mm-hmm. It's definitely started to shift towards power.
Yeah.
But where we start to see that grow is in 2015, when you see that prevalence of power in those top 16, people like Napalm and Kenny and people like Mike Lackey and Premzy and
P-Red and
all these very powerful beatboxers doing very powerful things. And what you noticed in the 2015 American champs, I think this is cool to note, is that every single person in the top 16 was clean. Cleanliness was a requirement.
Yep. Yeah.
Which is great to see, our art form shifting towards that you have to be clean.
Yeah, it became that everyone knew these sounds and now you had to do them right. And I think the interesting part is when we start moving into 2016, because now that Beatbox House are moving away from the battle scene, we're entering into the new school, becoming at the top of the battling. Napalm didn't battle, Gene and Chris didn't battle, and Kenny didn't battle. So we have 2016 being the first time the new school is the only school.
Right. Yeah, the new school is kind of taking over the American Champs 2016.
Yeah.
So this is where we start to see the biggest shift towards power. Is that everybody in the top 16 we already knew was going to have to be clean to make it. But what you notice with almost every person in the top 16 is that all of them were very powerful, even if in their own way.
Yeah, it's true. And that's the thing. That's the key thing. Even though everyone's doing power in their own way. Everyone is still super unique. Ching Bao is super powerful, but he's doing his own thing. And Wobbles is crazy powerful, and he's doing his own thing.
They're all very unique. You don't see the people that are doing the same thing being the top of the top.
Yeah.
I think John Park said it in one of his articles, is that the cream always rises to the top of the drink. It was cream always rises to the top of something.
I don't think John's ever said that before.
I think he said it in John, let us know.
Comment, like, subscribe.
And let us know.
Below.
We would love to hear from you.
Cream rises.
Something about cream rises. But you notice that those top people are doing unique things. They're not homogenous in any way. They're all doing very unique but powerful things.
Yeah.
And so another misconception that I've been hearing, now that we've cleared up the fact that power is actually what's making these sounds very popular.
Yeah.
Is
people need to be clean and powerful to be at the top, to rise to the top.
Mm-hmm. And lip rolls and inward bass are just very powerful sounds. So that's why you might hear them a little bit more often.
Yeah.
But another misconception I've been hearing is musicality didn't rear its head at 2016 American
I've heard
Champs.
this one too, and I think we found it. It's subtle. It's subtle within 2016, but you can find it, and it's in what we call flow.
Flow is what musicality is for the 2016 American Champs. You notice that music in itself, just regular music and songs, has to have a flow to it, a pattern, a continuity where it moves from one portion to another without any sort of breaks, stops, or weird moving off to a different type of beat. And now with beatbox moving more towards music, you notice that every single person in the top 16, this was also a requirement, they had to have flow.
Yeah, they had to have flow.
Nice little diagram of music flowing to the other side.
Flow.
It's terrible. But you did notice that flow is the musicality nowadays. And I don't think that it's fair to say that the new school isn't musical, because this is really how, even if you're not seeing that traditional musicality from like a melodic
it's not like Gene and Chris musicality, but it's still in there in that people have to be able to create beats that flow. It has to be musical.
Definitely. So don't let anybody tell you guys, you new schoolers, that you're not unique or that you're
Don't
not
let
good.
anyone tell you that you're not musical, Article.
It's very important to know that musicality shows its way in different ways than just melodies.
The new school beatboxers, you are musical, you guys are unique, and you guys are not unique.
It's exactly, they're not the same, I think is what you're trying to say.
Yes.
It's important to embrace the new school because it's always important for our group to progress.
It's always important to remember that beatbox is a growing scene and we're developing, meaning that it's going to start to be that a lot of people will use a lot of the same sounds.
And you know, we're all family. I think that's the most important thing to remember, is that we are a family and we should support each other no matter what we're trying to do. It will help us grow as a community no matter what.
Yeah, I agree.
Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you had anything that you didn't like, I know this was very controversial, or something that you did like, please leave it in the comment section below.
And this is our first video, so we'd love to learn from whatever you got. If you got any more questions that we want to answer, or something that's been in your head that you want to let out, say it in the comments.
We'd love to take requests for you guys for our next video. What do you think we should touch on and discuss? We do take this seriously. We go through a lot of research, so if you guys have any ideas, right below.
Yeah. Thanks. And you, John.
Take it easy, guys.
Why just John? No reason. Just felt like saying it.
Don't be annoyed at me, it's torture me, distorted all of the walls I built, altered me, it's sure to me, there's more to me for all to see, but not now, how, oh, not now. There's so much of this when I'm with you, it's more than just a kiss, but not now, how, oh, not now, oh, not now, how. And I wish that I could just escape and away at this.